As the Greek Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "But I haven't at any time been hindered in my will, nor forced against it. And how is this possible? I have bound up my choice to act with the will of God. God wills that I be sick. Such is my will. He wills that I should choose something. So do I. He wills that I reach for something, or something be given to me. I wish for the same. What God doesn't will, I do not wish for." Elias was a vintner, and his entire life was a battle against the elements. His will was singular, to create the perfect harvest. He willed for sun when the clouds gathered, and he willed for rain when the earth cracked. Every season, he was a man at war with the sky. One year, his vines were heavy with the most promising grapes of his career. This, he declared, would be the year of his masterpiece. He had willed it, and the vines had finally, miraculously, obeyed. Then, 2 weeks before the harvest, a freak storm gathered. Elias watched in horror as icy hail, the size of marbles, began to fall. He ran out, shouting at the clouds, as if his fury could halt the weather. He was enraged, his will directly opposed by the will of God, as his neighbor, old Theon, would call it. The storm raged for 10 minutes, shredding the leaves and splitting the precious grapes. When it passed, Elias sank to his knees in the mud, a broken man. His will was shattered. His season was ruined. He was hindered, forced, and filled with a bitter despair. His neighbor, Theon, walked over, surveying the damage with a calm expression. Theon's own, smaller vineyard had suffered the same fate. "This is a catastrophe." Elias spat, gesturing to a ruined cluster. "Everything I wished for, destroyed." Theon nodded slowly. "The sky willed hail," he said simply. "And I willed a harvest," Elias retorted. "Now I have nothing. I am forced to accept ruin." "Ah," Theon said, picking up a bruised grape. "That is the difference. You were not forced to accept ruin. You were given hail. Your suffering comes because you still wish for the perfect grapes that are no longer here." Elias stared, uncomprehending. "What else is there to wish for?" "What is?" Theon replied. "I, too, wished for a good harvest. But when the hail began, I changed my wish. The world willed hail, so I willed it also. My will was to see what the storm would leave me. And what it left," he said, holding up the split fruit, "is a harvest for a very sharp, acidic vinegar. A rare one, perhaps. It is not what I planned, but it is what I wish for now, because it is what I have been given." Elias looked at his own wrecked vines. His shoulders were tensed against the reality of the storm. He had spent his life wishing for things the world did not will, and he was constantly exhausted, constantly hindered. He looked at Theon, who was already walking back to fetch barrels for the sour harvest. Theon was not hindered. He was not forced. He was simply working. Slowly, Elias stood up. He looked at his hand. He willed it to close. It closed. He looked at the ruined vineyard. "God willed that I should have a harvest of hail," he whispered. He took a breath, feeling the knot of anger in his chest loosen for the first time. "And so do I," he said, walking toward his shed. His will was no longer to harvest perfect wine. His will was to salvage what the hail had given him. And in that, he found he could not be stopped. If this story connected with you, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.